When she got back to the farmhouse, it was late. She went in quietly so she wouldn't wake anyone up. The place was illuminated by the Christmas lights that twinkled from a huge Douglas fir in the living room and the soft glow of the fireplace. The smell of freshly baked cookies made the air almost taste of chocolate. As she tiptoed through the living room, she spotted Aunt Vidalia in a rocking chair in front of the fire. She was sealing an envelope, and she looked up, smiling when she saw her. "Oh, good, you're home," she said. "I saved you a cookie. It's probably still warm." She nodded toward a plate that held a giant cookie. It was on an end table right beside a soft easy chair. Unable to resist, Sophia sank into that chair. "You're going to spoil me so much I'll never want to leave," she said. The fire crackled and the tree twinkled. She inhaled the mingled scents of evergreen and burning wood and a hint of peppermint from somewhere. "That's the plan." Vidalia got up and set her envelope on the mantel. Sophia couldn't help but notice the name scrawled across the front. Santa. She frowned, looking at her aunt again. Vidalia shrugged. "I write to him every year and leave the letter on the mantel. On Christmas Eve, I put cookies and milk right beside it, because a little bribery never hurts. And, throughout the coming year, most of the things I put in the letter come to me." Sophia smiled and said, "Like a new set of cookie sheets or a pretty new nightgown?" "Oh, sweetie, I wouldn't waste my letter to Santa on such trivial things. No, I'm talking about big things. Healthy grandbabies, happy daughters, the love of my life." Smiling wistfully, she crossed the room, picked up her pad of candy cane-bordered stationery and her red ink pen on the way, and then she offered them both to Sophia. "You should give it a try." "What is it with this town and Santa Claus?" she muttered. Vidalia crooked a dark brow. "You have a problem with Santa Claus?" Sophia grinned at the intensity in her aunt's eyes. "Not on your life. Give me that pen and pad." She took both, said goodnight to Vidalia, and nibbled on her cookie. And then she sat there, alone in the living room in front of the giant, twinkling Christmas tree, and she did something she hadn't done in 20 years. She wrote a letter to Santa Claus. "Dear Santa, if it's true what you told me, then that would be amazing. So amazing that I think I have to give it a try. I'm going to hope that maybe everything that's happening to me is for a reason and that it's sending me toward the life I want. I'm going to hope. What do I have to lose? And I figure I need to get clear on what to hope for. So, Santa Claus, here's the life I want. I want—" There she paused as a million things ran through her mind. What did she want? She wanted her ex-fiancé Skylar in jail, but that was already a given. He'd been convicted of using her prescription pad to obtain OxyContin and then selling it to addicts. He was only free until his sentencing right after the holidays. The problem was he wouldn't leave her alone. She wasn't afraid of him, but he kept calling, and when she changed her number, emailing, and when she blocked his email, coming over to her duplex and pounding on her door and not leaving until she called the police. After the third time, she'd stopped sleeping at night. It was the pounding on the door part that had made her decide to leave New York. She didn't want anything more to do with Skylar. She just wanted peace. Nodding, Sophia picked up her pen and wrote, "I want such a peaceful, serene life that I sleep like a baby every night." That was a good start. What else? What else? "I want my good name cleared, the investigation closed, the police to believe I had nothing to do with any of it, and I want the medical review board to find the same thing. Vindication, that's what I want." Her only crime, she thought, had been being a little too naive, a little too hopeful, a little too trusting. She'd had everything she'd ever wanted. A seemingly decent man who wanted to marry her, a respectable position in an elite hospital's oncology department, a crazy salary. But even with all that, she hadn't been happy. She'd been beating herself up for it, too, berating herself for what seemed illogical. Why not be happy when she had everything she'd ever wanted? What was wrong with her? Nodding hard, she realized that despite feeling she should be happy, she truly hadn't been. And she wanted to be. So she wrote, "I want happiness, true, deep, lasting joy in my life.